Hello.
Am I coming clear, please? Good evening, everybody. I'd say good morning. It's almost 1 a.m. here. Can you hear me, please?
Yes.
Well then.
Okay. Hatun, can you hear me, please?
I can hear you, sir.
Okay, let me refresh your memory so you can remember me.
I don't need to remember you, sir. Bring up your argument.
You send me an email. I would like to. You send me an email.
Sir,
And I reply to your email.
I don't need you to refresh my memory. Bring up your arguments on the topic we are discussing. We don't talk about whether we went.
Okay. At the end, I'll ask you to refresh your memory and bring me Osama Dakduk as we agree to have a debate. Now, my question for you. I have two questions for you. It seems to be that you're an expert in the manuscript of the Holy Quran, and you are giving a very long presentation, which unfortunately majority of what you say is not fact. It's not true. I have two questions for you. First question is...
Part is not true.
Can I speak, please?
I want you to clarify for me which part is not true. Because
very simple. That's my question is about one of those parts. Now, you were talking about the numbers of the counting of verses in the Holy Quran and the different of numbers of ayat verses in the Holy Quran. My question for you, do you know what is the type of the verse counting according to science of verse counting in Islam, and how many is it? Please.
Sir, can you be kind enough and then tell me which parts I lied about in this presentation on the Quranic manuscripts?
That's why the answer for my question will bring you. Can you answer my question, please? It's a very simple question about your presentation. You were talking about counting.
This is great time for you to clarify the areas that I lied and then correct me. So, and you choose to not do that. So, when it comes to the if you are talking about the verses and then how they are counted, I don't know what this has to do with the topic we discussed, but I am assuming you are asking the chapter differences between Ibn Masud's Quran, Ka'b's Quran, and Zayd bin Thabit's Quran. According to Islamic tradition, Ubay bin Ka'b had extra 2 chapters, and they are not in today's Quran. According to Islamic tradition, Ibn Masud had 111 chapters. Last 2 chapters and first chapters of the Quran is not in his Quran, and current Quran contains 114 chapters. If you are talking about the verses, yes, Quran only Muslims have a Quran that's Surah 9 verse 128 and 129 is not there. Warsh Quran has different verse numbers versus Hafs Quran. And then I also mentioned Shia Quran, that Shia Quran had different verse, over 10,000 verses. So which one are you asking? Actually, why are you asking? Like, you don't believe Quran has been perfectly preserved?
No, I did not interrupt you and I was listening to you. That's what I do always. If you talk, I mute myself. So will you be kind enough to listen to me as I listen to you without no interruption, please? I'm talking about counting when you say there is a difference between the numbers of verses between Hafs and Warsh, and you consider this as corruption. Now, my question for you is about the number of verses, counting number of verses. What is the type of the verse counting according to the science of verse counting in Islam, and how many is it? The answer for this question will tell you why there's a difference in numbers of verses between Hafs and Warsh. Do you know what are those typed according to the science verse counting? How many are they, please?
Okay, so I'm not very clear which part I said that verse counts in Hafs Quran and Warsh Quran is not the same. But yes, I do hold that view. I did express the difference between Quran only Muslims, and also I can express that the same thing for the Ahmadiyya Muslims, that they have got different counting. So in Warsh Quran and Hafs Quran, if in the Warsh Quran is, I'm just giving an example, Surah 11 verse 80 it's in the it's in the other Quran is Surah 11 verse 81. So there is this one verses goes on, and then in I can't remember exactly Warsh or I think Warsh Quran counts Bismillah as Surah as well, but that's not something I believe I expressed in this live stream. So would you be kind enough and then tell me what happened Ibn Masud's Quran? And what happened Ubay bin Ka'b's Quran? Why did they went with Zayd bin Thabit's Quran where extra chapters and minus chapters contains those other Qurans?
You see, with all due respect to you, I ask you a very simple question and you totally ignore. You just said twice that there is a difference between numbers of verses between Hafs and Warsh. I agree. I don't say I disagree. Now, the reason that you gave is not true. You twist it. Now I'm asking you. You are searching maybe now in Google or in Chat GPT to find the answer for my question. I see you typing. My question, I will repeat it again, please. According to the science of counting verses in Islam, we have a science called counting verses in Islam. What are they and how many are they? Do you know the answer? Just tell me yes or no. As simple as that.
Sir, you don't need to play those games with me. I'm not ChatGPT person. I am not Muslim. So I don't use check Google or check ChatGPT. So that's maybe something you do. Therefore, you are assuming everyone does that. I don't know what is your problem with this. So Warsh Quran and Hafs Quran do not contain the same verse numbers according to Quran. That's what it is. I don't need to be expert on what is the reasoning for that. Someone counts Bismillah, someone doesn't count Bismillah. That's not my problem. My problem is I go to, you can even check it, go to andquran.com and then you get to see actually, yeah, if you are putting one Hafs Quran, the optional verses where differences are being shoved is moves on the different next verse in the different Quran. That's the point. But I don't understand what is your concern, or actually not your concern. I don't understand why you are not answering my question. What was wrong with Ibn Masud's Quran? What was wrong with Ubay bin Ka'b's Quran? They are talking about different chapters.
Believe me, I will answer them both. Don't worry. I'm aware of both.
I've got nothing else.
Please don't interrupt me. I did not interrupt you, did I? You see, I was so respectful. I did not interrupt you.
I don't play those games. Would you be able to answer
will
my
you please be kind enough to let me speak? I did not interrupt you, please. By the way, I don't use Pastor ChatGPT or Pastor Google. I don't do that, okay? As you see, I'm old enough. I don't need these games. I don't play games. Everybody knows me. I don't play games, Miss Hatun. I'm calling you Miss Hatun, okay? To respect you. I'm asking you an academic question. So I'm supposed to be talking to an academic person who is expert about Islam and who quote one topic about different of numbers in verses between Hafs and Warsh to prove that this is corruption. That's what you are trying to do.
I didn't do that. That's a lie. That's a lie. I didn't
do that. Please? Can I make my point?
Sir, I didn't do that. That's a lie.
Just relax and let me speak.
No.
Just relax. You are panicking. You are panicking, Miss Hatun. Just relax, please.
It's the problem.
Please don't panic. Let me finish, please. Please let me finish. Miss Hatun, will you be kind enough to let me finish, please, Miss Hatun? I did not interrupt you. I did not cut you off. I'm talking to you with respect. Highly respect. Just tell me, please. If you know it, tell me what is it. If you don't know it, tell me I don't know it. So I will educate you and tell you what are they, so you know why there is a differences between the numbers of verses between Hafs and Warsh. That's the point. I wanna share this knowledge with you. If you know it, tell me. Educate me. If you don't know it, tell me I don't know it. So I will educate you as well with love and respect. So to the last time, I'll ask you the same question. Then I will jump to Quran or Mus'haf Ubay bin Ka'b and Mus'haf bin Mas'ud. Believe me. And the hadith you quote about Uthman bin Affan, all those things. Don't worry. I will read them one by one. Now, will you please be kind enough to the last time to answer my question? What are the type of verses counting according to the science of verse counting in Islam? How many type are they and what are they? Please. That's the last time I'll ask you a question. Please.
Sir, I believe I answered your question. And I didn't make such a claim that Quran is being corrupted because number of the verses is different in the Hafs Quran and Borsh Quran. I'm sure you brought your brain and you know that. Thank you.
Can you please tell me what is the point of bringing the difference between the numbers of verses between Hafs and Warsh? And you said that there are 2 verses according to Quranic, which is not true. Can you tell me why did you bring up such thing that there is differences between verse numbers between Hafs and Warsh? Can you please enlighten me and tell me why?
I believe I answered your question. I don't know what you are pushing for. Yes, Quran only Muslims do not have Surah 9, verse 128 and 129. If you were new to that and if you don't know that, let me show you the reference for that, sir. You've got to wait. I've got lots of PowerPoints on this. I need to find it for you.
Let me make you happy. You know more than I do because you're expert. That Quran alone for us is like Jehovah's Witness for you. So we don't consider them as Muslims. So whatever you bring me from them, it's not accepted for us. As if I bring you anything from Jehovah's Witness, you will throw it under the bus. Okay? So for us, generally, I am from the Sunnah. Okay? They are not Muslims. So this is not my concern. Now, you failed to answer my question. Now, can I add something to your information, please, to your knowledge? Now, we have in Islam what we call the science of verse counting. And those are 6 types. You want me to name them for you or not? If you are interested, I will name them. If not, never mind. So when you know what are those types of counting, according to the science of counting of the Holy Quran, you will know why there is a difference between the numbers of verses. That's number 1. I'm done with it. Now, I will ask you the second question, please. You are talking about the differences between the Qurans, and you brought a timetable and you start showing those much variant to prove that the Quran is corrupted. And I was watching that quiet, listening to you. I didn't make any comment. Now, I will ask you the same question that I ask all their guests. Can you please tell me, with all love and respect, what are the type of the variations between modes of recitation in the Quran and how many are they? We have variations, we have type, and we have things for them. So can you tell me what are those types of variation and how many are they according to Quran, please? Miss Hatun, did you hear my question?
Sir, you've got to hold yourself. You made a claim. You made a claim about Surah 9, verse. You are challenging my claim on Surah 9, verse 128 and 129. I'm just trying to get the reference for you. As I said, I've got lots of PowerPoints on this. I need to go through the PowerPoints and then get you the screenshot for this. So I don't care whether you identify Quran-only Muslims as kafir or not kafir. All I need you to acknowledge that, yes, there is published Qurans that doesn't have Surah 9, verse 128 and 129 in their book. That's what it is.
Miss Hatun, when I go to the judge, let's say that I am in the courtroom and you are the lawyer.
Okay. Hold on, Aladdin, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Before you make a statement, please.
Okay, I will hold on. Okay. Even though I was trying to answer, then I will
hold on. Let me make a comment, please. Let me make the comments, please. So this is not an examination hall whereby you come and be asking the guest. There are types of, or you have types of variations in your Quran, in your Islam. You know the types. You don't come to ask her. State the type, make your point on the types, and let her respond. Okay, so you don't come and ask and say, okay, we have 3 types, then what are the types? You make your claim, okay, Sister Hatun Tash, you made a claim concerning these variations, but in Islam, we have 3 types of variations, this variation, and this variation fall under this type, then you explain, then she respond. So you don't come and ask, what you are doing is not, you're not asking questions, please. So if you are going to repeat this same method again, then I will have no choice than to remove you. So it's better you rephrase your question and then make it a more engaging and interactive way. And point out the mistakes you said she made. Then give your own refutation, then let her respond. That's how we want it. Thank you. You can go on.
What's your name, please? What can I call you? Because your name is very long. Christian Apologetics Network. You don't need to threaten me to remove me. If you think that she failed to answer my questions and you want me to go, just ask me to leave and I will leave.
It is not you failed to answer
him, please. Can I answer him, please? Will you relax, Miss Hatun? Please, I'm calling you Miss Hatun with respect. Will you please calm down? Let me address him. He addressed me, please. Let me answer him, please. He addressed me. Am I correct? So please, let me answer him. So, my friend, if you want me to leave, just ask me to leave and I will leave. You don't need to threaten me, okay? Now, she brought up a point and I was trying to highlight the point that she brought up. Because when you speak about something, you will never speak about anything that you are not expert in this field. Doctors will never speak about medicine if they are not expert in medicine. So she claimed to be an expert in this field of the Holy Quran. So I'm asking her about this field, the exact field that she used. But I realized, unfortunately, that she has no knowledge about it. So what she has done is copy and paste. I asked the second question about variants and the type of variants. And this is the topic that she loved to bring for the past 5-6 years. And unfortunately also, she failed to answer. So all she has done is copy and paste from Pastor Google or Pastor ChatGPT to suit her needs. Now, I will answer your question about Quran ibn Mas'ud and about Mus'haf Ubay ibn Ka'b. You see, I will show you. I go straight for point. I don't go around and play. When you ask me a question, I will answer you. So will you please give me 3 minutes to answer your question? Now, you asked me the first question about Mus'haf Ubay bin Ka'b. Am I correct? Al-Suyuti said in his book, this is for you to learn. Al-Suyuti said in his book, Al-Itqan fi Ulum al-Quran, that the Quran of Ubay ibn Ka'b has 116 surah. Because he wrote at the end of the surah, which is Al-Khulu' and Al-Hafd, which are actually supplication and not surah. In the book of Al-Itqan by As-Suyuti, in volume number 2, page 66, what is meant by what he called Surah Al-Khul, it's written there. So Al-Suyuti said, Ubay bin Ka'b reading of the Quran was narrated by Nafi' ibn Kathir, by Abu Amr and others. And it does not contain Al-Hafd or Al-Khulu' surah. Also, his Mus'haf was in agreement of the group's Mus'haf combined by Uthman ibn Affan. The answer is that it was not authenticated on the authority of Ubay bin Ka'b. And whoever claims that should mention its correct chain of transmission to him, or it can be said about it, assuming its authenticity that is part of the Quran that was abrogated in recitation. The rest is verbal, and science, it is praise and supplication. He realized at the end that it was not a supplication because he never heard it directly from Prophet Muhammad. But when he heard it from his uncle and from the Sahaba, he realized that he was mistaken and he considered it as part of the Holy Quran. Therefore, what he did, he changed his mind and he agreed on what the group said with Uthman bin Affan. So this is the answer for your question. You see how easy for me to answer you? I don't need to go anywhere to play around. That's in regard of Ubay ibn Ka'b. Did I answer your question? That's very simple answer. You see, it's not difficult to answer. Okay, Miss Hatun, you want me to answer you about Ibn Mas'ud also? You want me to hear about Ibn Mas'ud or you want to say something? Miss Hatun, I'm talking to you. I will mute myself. When you finish, I will answer the question about Ibn Mas'ud.
Brother, would you be kind enough and then put my screen up?
Maybe the Christian apologetics network.
Okay, here's the website. Even for the argument, I didn't do it. Here's the website since Muslim is like kind of so uncomfortable about it. Here is the website. Okay, so what we have here. This is Surah 43, verse 19. Okay, this is Quran number 1, Surah 43, verse 19. In other Quran, same Surah 43, verse 18. Okay. It goes on. So it is not my fault if Muslims decided to change the number of their Quranic versus how they number them. That is absolutely not my fault. And thank you very much for acknowledging that there is a case. That's point one. Point two, brother, please put this up on the screen as well. I literally don't care whether you think Quran only Muslims are kafir or not. Here is a Quran with huge footnote, tells us Surah 9 verse 128, 129 is missing. And then they explain their justification in the Rashid Khalifa's Quran. So it's not something I'm coming up. This is people who are identifying themselves publishing these Qurans. Ubay bin Ka'b, yes, his Quran has 114 chapters. People thought about it. That's not the point whether so question is, point is, Muslims did not know that was part of the Quran or not. That's, they are debating about it, and they didn't go with his Quran. So I am assuming with that you are simply acknowledging, yes, in early stages, we didn't figure out what is part of the Quran or not. You can read writings on, You can read the writings on Ubay bin Ka'b's Quran, and then simply tells you even what are those prayers that they couldn't make into the Quran. So those are very basics. I think someone who kind of claims that very well educated on the Quran, you already read that, you just choose to not tell us. So here Islamic tradition even goes further and then tells us what are those prayers are. So I'm still waiting to hear what are the things, I'm sorry, if you can put that on the screen. I'm still waiting to hear what are the things that I claimed they are not correct. Here's the examples that, what are those prayers? You might identify them, oh, they are just prayer, not part of the Quran. That might be your case. I don't care. All I'm pointing out is Ubay bin Ka'b, whom Muhammad says take the Quran from, he had 2 verses in his Quran and it didn't make into the Quran. You identify them today dua and then not in the Quran, then you have to explain why other duas are in the Quran. But that's not what I'm focusing. I love to hear the things that you accuse me to misrepresent. Give me the references, what I said. So far, I dealt with your first point, which I didn't even express as my point of Quran is not being preserved between Hafs and Warsh. I can make a case that there are over 1,000 variations between Hafs Quran and Warsh Quran. That shows Quran has been perfectly destroyed and corrupted, but that's not the focus of this live stream was. So please provide me the reasons or references. What I said needs to be corrected.
Miss Hatun, the funny part, you know that you were exposed with respect and love, and you say, I don't care. So the answer came to you, but instead of refuting what I say, all you say, I don't care, I don't care. So saying, I don't care, prove your failure to refute the answer that I gave you. Because if you're capable to refute me, you will do. So when you didn't do that, this is a proof. With all due respect, I don't want to use this word that might offend you. I don't mean to be rude. That's ignorance, which is jahl, which is lack of knowledge in Islam.
Can you be kind enough, sir? Can you be kind enough and then provide me?
I'm not yet done. I'm not. Why did you mute? Why you speak over me?
Let me ask.
Don't panic. Don't panic. It's my turn to speak. I mute myself when you speak.
Clarification question.
Relax. Don't panic. It's my turn. Please don't panic, Miss Hatun.
I want to ask a clarification question.
You are panicking. No, I'm not yet done. I have clarification question to you, but I waited until you finish. I did not interrupt you. So please treat me the same way I treat you. Don't panic. I control myself. You control yourself. If you can't control yourself, tell me you cannot control yourself.
I cannot control myself. Thank you. So
I see it, honest.
Question.
Now, can I finish my point?
No, let me ask a clarification question.
Let me finish. I'm not yet done. You see, you are jumping to another point before.
Sorry,
the same point.
Can I ask a clarification question? Things are not very
Moderator, please. I think it's my turn to speak. Am I correct? Moderator, you want me to speak or let her speak?
Wait, if it's based on the same topic.
I'm talking in the same topic. I did not interrupt her. I did not speak. You know me very well. I always mute my mic when you speak, as a sign of respect. I don't like to be rude, to interrupt you or cut you off in any way when I am talking with you in an academic way. So I hope that you treat me the same way. Don't cut me off. Let me make my point, then you have the time to speak as you want. As I listened to her for almost 5 minutes. I gave her an answer for her question, and all she said, I don't care. I told her, those Quran alone are not Muslim for us, like Jehovah's Witness for you. She said, I don't care. So it's useless for me to talk to a person when you submit him the evidence, tell you, I don't care, I throw it under the bus. An academic person will catch the point that I give and try to refute them. But saying I don't care prove nothing. With all due respect to you, if I go to the court of the law and a lawyer will give me an evidence that the suspect is innocent, or I am the judge, a lawyer will give me the evidence the suspect is innocent, I don't care about your evidence, throw it under the bus. Doesn't make sense. So please, either refute what I said or say you do not know. Now I answered.
Aladdin.
Hey, I'm muting myself.
We've had a lot of I don't care from you. Okay, please. This is what we, if you want to, you have to respect our guests, please. That's one of the issues we have with you. We cannot bring a guest on board. You come and say they are ignorant, they lack knowledge. The vague word you use, they are too much. And if we use that same word on you, then you will let her loose. Okay? So this is going to be a warning. If you should use another vague word, then we'll take you off.
I don't mind. Call me ignorant. I don't mind. Please call me ignorant. I don't mind. You know, with all due respect to you, ignorant doesn't mean that, you know, in Arabic language, ignorant comes from the word jahil. And jahil comes from the root word jahl. And jahl means a person who lacks knowledge. He's a person who seeks knowledge. So when you call someone as an ignorant, it's not an insult.
Can you match the break?
So I'm not insulting.
Can you match the break? Please? Can you match the break? So
I'm sorry.
Now, here is the thing. When you came on board, hold on, sir. When you came on board, you said Sister Hatun made some mistakes that are erroneous in her presentation. Can you please point out those mistakes she made from the presentation, please? Can you please point them out? Make your refutation and let her respond. So far, so good. You've not been able to point out those errors. Okay? Bring out those mistakes and refute her, then let her respond. If you don't have, then you can take the gentle mouse bow and leave.
So it's my turn to speak. Okay. Now I clarify to you, when I said ignorant doesn't mean an insult. If you want to call me ignorant, it's no problem. I am the most ignorant among all of you. It doesn't matter. Now, Miss Hatun, when you said that those verses were deleted and you showed me, this shows that you do not know. You know what is the difference between al-qira'at al-shadda wal-qira'at al-mutawatira? You know what does it mean in Islam? You know what is al-qira'at al-mutawatira and al-qira'at al-shadda according to the Holy Quran? Do you know what are they, Miss Hatun? Do you know what the definition for them? Miss Hatun, do you know what is the difference between al-qira'at al-shadda and al-qira'at al-mutawatira, please?
I'm waiting for you to mute your mic so I can respond. Brother, put my screen on the stage, please. So, I want to know where is it in the Quran states, or where Muhammad himself states that Quran must be from Surah 1 to Surah 114. I want to get that reference. I'm waiting for that reference from now on. And I made a point on Ibn Khab's Quran. Here is the translation from Suyuti, which you brought it up. By Allah, the two were sent down, none other than from heaven. So Surah 115 and 116 is revealed by Allah. It is not in today's Quran. I would love to Muslim to respond to that. And I'm not sure why someone would ask about the mutawatir or not, because Hafs Quran is identified by scholars as not mutawatir. So please provide the things that you claim that I misrepresented, and then I'll deal with them, sir. I don't play, I know I already picked up that you are playing with the words and jumping around and stating things I didn't even bring it up. You are bringing those emotions in. But if you want to move forward, please first give me reference from the month of Muhammad or from the Quran tells us that Quran is supposed to be 114 chapters from Surah 1 to Surah 114 with 6,236 verses, and then deal with Anas says that Surah 115 and 116 was sent down by Allah. Thank you.
First of all, Miss Hatun, I'm not so emotional. I am having a big smile and I'm talking with intellect. When you said don't be emotional, no, relax. I don't know why you're hitting yourself. I'm sorry if I offended you. I don't want to make you mad. Please relax. I don't want you to panic, please. I'm talking to you with respect and intellect. Now, in regard to Mus'haf, it's not Quran. First of all, you keep saying Quran, Ubay ibn Ka'b. It's not Quran. It is Mus'haf. So you should know, I'm happy that I make you smile. I don't make you cry. This makes me happy. I really enjoy it. When I see you laughing, that makes me happy. Alhamdulillah. So I'm not making you angry. Very good for me. I love it. Now, as I told them several times, there is nothing called as Quran, Ubay ibn Ka'b, or Quran ibn Mas'ud. There is something called as Mus'haf, Suhuf. So you should know what is the difference between Suhuf and Quran. Suhuf is the materials that they used to write the Quran on. So what they had in their hand, this is Suhuf. Singular of the word, it's Masahif, Suhuf. It's not Quran. Quran is the word that was written in those materials, which we call Suhuf. So it is Mus'haf ibn Mas'ud and Mus'haf Ubay ibn Ka'b. It's not Quran. No Islamic source says that. Number one. Number two, what you showed on the screen, I was trying to answer you, but you failed to answer me. I asked you, what is the difference between Al-Qura'at al-Shadda, Al-Qura'at al-Mutawatira? You didn't know anything about it. And you are not able even to understand what I was saying, because that would answer your question. Now, Al-Qura'at al-Mutawatira, that means those are the recitation that been attributed to Prophet Muhammad from his companions until our time. And it was authenticated by all companions that's attributed to Prophet Muhammad. We call this are the Al-Mutawatira. We have what we call Al-Qira'at al-Shadda, which you use sometimes in speakers' corners, and unfortunately they cannot catch you. Al-Qira'at al-Shadda, which we call as rejected. And those rejected were not attributed to Prophet Muhammad, because in the middle of the chain of narration, there is some errors. There are some people who are not identified and accepted as those who memorize the Quran. So we call it as rejected. So what you are quoting, rejected, not authenticated qira'at. That's number two. Number three, you spoke about Mus'haf Ubay ibn Ka'b. I gave you the answer, but you deny it and you say, I don't care. So I'm done with it. At least I answer you. Now the second point I will bring you. You were saying, you quote Abu al-Asmar. And you said that Abu al-Asmar, you said, it's recorded, Abu al-Asmar, okay, al-Hajjaj ordered them to scratch in the manuscript and change in the manuscript of Uthman ibn Affan. Did you say that? Abu al-Asmar al-Hajjaj ordered them to scratch from the manuscript and change in the manuscript of Uthman of Affan. Did you say that? Yes or no, please?
Okay, I believe it's my turn since he muted himself.
Did you say that? I want to make sure that I heard you correctly. Did you say that Abu al-Hajjaj, Abu al-Asmar ordered them to scratch from the transcriptions of or manuscript of Uthman and he changed in it? Did you say that? Correct me, yes or no, please. So I will make my point. Can you answer me, please? I'm asking you a question, so I will make my point.
Sir, I don't play your games.
No, I'm asking you about your... Miss Hatun. I write notes. They know me. This is notes of what you said. I write notes of what you're saying. So I'm asking you what you made a mistake. I'm telling you, I want to show you where you did not say the truth. So I'm asking you, did you say that? You said Abu al-Asmar, al-Hajjaj Abu al-Asmar, ordered them to scratch from the manuscript of Uthman and he changed in it. Did you say that? Please tell me yes or no. So I'll make my point. I show you what you were mistaken, and I will pass you the mic.
Okay.
Just answer me.
Always make your point. Since you write notes, you can make your points based on what you hear she said, and then you can make your point from there and she will respond.
You see, I'm trying to make my point here. I'm asking her what she said. I want to make sure that what I heard her is correct or not. She said, Al-Hajjaj, she said, not me, Abul Asmar ordered them to scratch on the manuscript of Uthman and change of it. Did she say that or not? I wanna make sure that I heard her correctly. I don't want to be unjust to her. Did she say that, please?
You can make your point from there.
No. Let her answer me. Because if she didn't say that, there is no point for my point. I want to make sure. Did she say that, please? She answered me, yes or no. I have notes, you know me, and I write what she said. So, Miss Hatun, will you please be kind enough to answer my question? Did you say Abu Asmar al-Hajjaj, yes or no? Please.
Okay, let me respond to the claims that has been made. So I pointed out, since Muslim wants me to speak at this stage. So I pointed out that I am waiting for Mr. Muslim to provide me something from the Quran, as well as something from the Hadith, or something from the Hadith that states that Quran is from supposed to be from Surah 1 to Surah 114. I love to get that verse. I pointed out that according to Suyuti, Ubay bin Ka'b's those two verses, two chapters, 115, 116, was sent down from heaven. I still don't have any comment on that, or I don't have any reference that. Now Mr. Muslim is jumping around different topic and then wants me to clarify something. So here's what is on the screen. That's what I read, and that's what I put on the chat. Ali bin Asma, the grandfather of Abu al-Asma, used to erase the Musaf copies that differ from the codices of the caliphs, especially the codices of Uthman, by the order of Al-Hajjaj. So according to Muslims, yes, that's what Muslims are doing. And one of the things it's helpful for us to remember, Muslims are saying, okay, those Qurans are being rejected. Those Qurans are being rejected. They all unrejected ones all goes to Muhammad. I'm sure Mr. Muslim saw the earliest manuscripts from Topkapı to Cairo to Tashkent, and he is very much aware none of those manuscripts has this junk of names at the beginning to say here's the Quran that goes to Muhammad. I already pointed out Muslims intentionally lied about their copies of the Quran and then attribute them to Uthman. That was already done by Muslims. So stating they were rejected by whom? Your prophet never even seen them. So thank you very much for agreeing that Quran has this history. I'm not playing with the word, sir. Quran has this history, and some of the history of the Quran is man override the very sayings of Muhammad as well as the very word of Allah. Thank you very much for pointing that out. As I expressed, in case anyone forgot, according to Muslims, the Hafs Quran that Muslims are reciting all around the world, very big chunk of the world, is not mutawatir.
Miss Hatun, now I will tell you how did you make a huge mistake. There is nothing called as Abul Asmar, okay? It's not Abul It's not Abul Asmar. It is Abul Aswad. Asmar and Aswad are different. So please next time correct yourself, okay? When you copy paste, make sure that you copy paste from the correct sources. So copy paste from those wrong sources without searching from the right sources, you go into this mistake. There is nothing called as Abul Asmar. It is Abul Aswad. Asmar is color and Aswad is color. But Aswad is different than Asmar. So this is one correction for you. So you admit that you are mistaken here, or you lied about the Islamic sources by changing the name from Asmar to Aswad. From Aswad to Asmar, I mean. That's number one. Number two, when you say that Hajjaj was scratching from those manuscripts and changing them, this is another lie that you made. Al-Hajjaj, you said he scratched verses and he changed words. This is lie. You know what Al-Hajjaj did? That's why I'm asking you, I'm advising you, always go to the right sources. Don't get these sources from those Arab Christian like Osama Dakduk, whom I challenged through your email to debate, and he ran away, still running away. He giving you wrong information. I'm an Arab like him. That's why he doesn't want to debate me. There is nothing called Abul Asmar, it's Abul Aswad. Al-Hajjaj did not scratch verses from the Quran. You know what did he scratch? Go to the Islamic sources and educate yourself. Hajjaj ordered them to erase from manuscript things such as improving the diacritical marks and dots, not the Quran, as you said. So he's an Islamic scientist in the Arabic language and grammars. So what he did is in the diacritical marks and dots, not Quranic verses. Okay? This is for you. If you have any Islamic verse, show me any Islamic verse now. Prove me ignorant, jahil. Show me any Islamic source. Say that Al-Hajjaj scratched verses from the Holy Quran and he changed them from the manuscript of Uthman, as you said. Now, I'm done with that. So you got the point that you were mistaken about? So I was trying to correct you here. Now, what you want me to answer you about the Mus'haf Ibn Mas'ud? If yes, tell me. Because I'm done with all those points that you bring. You accept the answer or not, it's up to you. Throw it under the bus, as we said. You don't care, I don't care as well. Okay? I don't care. But I'm answering your claims. You are the one who refused my answers. Now, you want me to answer you about what you call Quran Ibn Mas'ud, and I corrected you, it's not Quran, it's Mus'haf. If you want me to answer you, ask me the question, and I will answer you, inshallah. I'll pass you the mic.
I find it strange that my questions are still not being answered, and you can play with the words as much as you want, sir. I put the reference on the screen for you to look at with your both eyes to see it. According to those references written by Muslims, it states, used to erase in the intention of making it same with the Uthman's copy. That's what it says. That's what I passed it. I'm sorry if you're, actually I'm not sorry, but you should be sorry if you are pointing out that your Muslim scholars are lying about those kind of things. I ask you to give me the reference that Quran is supposed to be from Surah 1 to Surah 114. Still no reference. It just, I just find it's difficult to figure out why you don't have any reference to provide for me. Now you are going after Hajjaj, that's up to you if you want to go after him. Here is the some unique things your Muslims do, whom you're seeking his authority. I'm just playing your games because you are intentional to not answer my questions, so you can go and check those references. According to Al-Kindi, it says Hajjaj simply dropped many verses and edited others. It is the same Hajjaj. It is the same Hajjaj. For with the companions, copy of the companions Quran, it is the same Hajjaj paid people 60 dirhams to tear every Musaf that they find different from Usman. So I guess it still makes the point while you play Asma, all that junk thing stuff. You saw what it was saying on the screen, and here's another reference for you. So yes, these are your very trusted scholars, according to you, who just play with the vowels, apparently dropped off the verses and edited verses. So at this stage, I become more convinced that you do not believe the Quran Muslims are reading in their hands and reciting all around the world is very word of Allah, perfectly preserved dot by dot, letter by letter, sound by sound. That's the conclusion I got from your statements. I can give you another chance if you would like to give me the reference. Since you play with the verses, verse numbers, all those kind of things, you can be kind enough and then just tell us where did Muhammad say Quran is supposed to be from verse 1 to verse chapter 1 to chapter 114. Thank you.
First of all, let me once again educate you, Hatun, from the right sources, from the right Islamic sources, with respect. It's obvious to me that you don't know what is the difference between transmission and transcription. It's English. Your English is better than mine. English is my third language. So maybe you are from England and now you are in USA. You may ask those English people around you, or use your Oxford Dictionary or Webster Dictionary or any other dictionary, what is the difference between transcription and transmission? I will school you here. Transmission is how do we receive the Holy Quran, which is orally, okay? By mouth, not by written, by mouth, orally, by hearing and by speaking. We call this orally, transmission. What you are talking about is the transcription, which means copy of the original. You see? Now, when you want to judge the original, you don't judge the original transmission according to the copy, which comes after the original, which was orally transferred to Prophet Muhammad and to us. So what you are trying to do here, you're playing a silly game that you can play with those kid Muslims who they have no knowledge. You are trying to judge the original transmission according to the transcription, which doesn't work. Understand? Because transcription was written according to the transmission. So some of the writers might make a mistake. Okay? So when a writer make a mistake, that does not mean that the original is wrong. That means the writer made a mistake by writing from the original, by copying from the original. So don't come and copy or play this game to me. Or I will use your own logic with you, and I will tell you very, very, very simple. Bring me the Bible transcriptions, manuscript, which I'm aware of. I can show you. And they are all different from one another, and they all contradict each other's, and they are more, and by box, 73 books, 66 books, 82 books, blah, blah, blah. So according to your logic, your book is corrupted. Thank you very much. I'm using your own logic with you. Now, what else did you bring? You want me to bring you the other point? You want me to answer you about Mus'haf Ibn Mas'ud? But unfortunately, you refuse to admit and say, sorry, Mr. Muslim, Mr. Aladdin, I was mistaken that I said Asmar. It is not Asmar, it is Aswad. So at least should be honest and say that. Now, give me your best shot, Hatun. Are you asking me to bring you an evidence that the Quran, 114 chapter, during the time of Prophet Muhammad, where you brought a while ago, Ma'arakat al-Yamama, and you lie about them. You said when Zayd bin Thabit was looking for those who memorized Quran, they were not available. There is nothing in the Islamic history said they were not available. You insert this word to the hadith. You lied about the hadith, okay? Hadith doesn't say they were not available. And you even didn't read the end of the hadith, because the end of the hadith refutes your claim. So what you have done, you've read part of the hadith, text out of context to suit your needs. But the answer for your claim is in the end of the hadith. You are talking about the number of chapters. When they collected the Quran, when Abu Bakr, Umar and Uthman and the Sahaba met together after the death of Prophet Muhammad, they will all know that the Quran is 114. If the Quran was not 114, as you lie a while ago, during the time of Prophet Muhammad and after his death, best enemy of Islam, who the language of the Quran was their mother tongue, Abu Jahl, Sayyidina al-Kadhab, Al-Walid ibn Mughira, those were the best enemy of Prophet Muhammad, including Uncle Abu Lahab. So if there was a mistake, as you claim, that was the best time for those people who speak the language of the Holy Quran to come to Muslims and tell them you lie. Your Quran is not 114, it's 116. Because Ubay ibn Ka'ab says this and Ibn Mas'ud said that. But nobody used it because it's not true, it's false. That was the best time for them to prove it. Now I challenge you to give me any Islamic true sources aside from Ibn Mas'ud and Ubay ibn Ka'ab, which I answered. Authenticate sources says clearly that the Quran has more than 114 chapters. I challenge you. Give me any Islamic source now. Muslims say Quran has more than one. Don't give, you know what you are giving me? You are giving me one PDF file that you created and you show it to me. It doesn't work with me. I always go to Islamic sources, okay? Now, my question for you, Miss Hatun, will you be kind enough to give me any Islamic sources, authentic Islamic sources that we Muslim have 116 chapter, not 114? Can you do that, please? They acknowledge and said, yes, we have 2 more chapters. Will you be kind enough to show me that? I answered your question. Now my challenge for you is to answer my question. Give me the Islamic sources. I'll mute my... Thank you for not interrupting me and not panicking. I appreciate that. I'll mute myself.
So clearly, we don't have any reference that Quran is from Surah 1, according to Muhammad, supposed to be from Surah 1 to Surah 114. Last time when I checked, after I asked that question, it was 56 past. It is 15 past now, and no reference came. And so that's such a shame that Muslims are defending something Muhammad didn't even mention anything. I already brought up Islamic sources. It wasn't me who sit down and then wrote it. It wasn't the critics of Muslims who wrote it down. I brought up Suyuti. In his book, he tells us that Ubay bin Ka'b's, it's been stated in that book, Suyuti book, that Anas states that those 2 chapters were sent down from heaven. It is amazing to see that Muslims are picking and choosing things as they are pick and choose. They discredit one of the most reliable Muslims in Islamic history. I am not surprised by that. That's absolutely fine if that's what you want to do. I just wanted to bring these Muslim sources to your attention. So you can choose and pick if that's what you want. Thank you very much for confirming that, yeah, there were mistakes are made, so people are correcting. And that's therefore there is no mistakes in original one. That's such a interestingly stupid thing to say. In a sense, there is no original. People who memorized the original, so-called original, died in the battles. People, your Muslim brothers and your Muslim sisters, wrote it in their books to say, this chapter is missing, this verse is missing, sheep came and then eat it, it's not in the Quran. Oh, I am afraid that people are going to walk out of Islam because they cannot find these verses. That's what your Muslim brothers and your Muslim sisters are saying from within the first decades of Islam. I brought up Al-Hajjaj, you brought it up. You might think, oh yeah, that's just PowerPoint, but if you open your eyes, you can see the references there, and you can see Arabic screenshots there for people to see it. You pick and choose. That's up to you if that's what you don't want to choose. But overall, I think it is such a strange that as a Muslim, you don't believe that Quran has been perfectly preserved. It's strange that as a Muslim, you don't hold that view. And if that's what you want to do, it's absolutely fine with me. I get to learn that every Muslims pick and choose as they go. You have not answered my questions. I don't know, I should be still waiting because it seems you've got the ability to not answer the questions and then jump into the things I didn't even mention. That's absolutely fine. Muslims do those kind of things. If you are going to engage and correct me for the things you believe I said wrong, I'm happy to hear those. But it is such a strange to hear someone who simply, another point you made regarding the Bukhari 510, it is Zayd bin Thabit says, I found only one person need these 2 verses. So, yeah, they were not available. He was looking for it. Otherwise, he would say, here's the verses, I would put it here. Those are the words he used it. Your translators of Sahih Bukhari used it and then put it in the hadith. So I simply recited brought the hadiths to people's attention. And if you think, as I said, your Muslim scholars made very bad job, I guess the very basic question is, why do you still follow them? Why do you still put your faith in sources that you don't even know people said what? Maybe this will be the good opportunity for you to point out where is this original Quran that has no mistakes in it. You talked about, Quran is oral tradition, all those kind of things. According to Bukhari again, in the time of Uthman, we get to see oral tradition failed. Oral tradition is failed. Therefore, people were calling one another kafir. So I believe the The sources simply were on the screen. People can go and check down what the sources are saying to figure out who is lying, who is picking and choosing. I'm just bringing people's attention that today we do not have Uthman's Quran. We don't have that. And Muslim scholars are telling us that we don't have it. So that's overall point I try to make, and then I focused on Cairo Musaf. So if you are able to give me the things you believe I lied, I'm happy to provide references for you or correct it. But other than, I don't have time to waste with someone who simply calls Bukhari liar, who simply calls Suyuti is not reliable, all those kind of things.
I'm sorry, Miss Hatun. You know who's Al-Suyuti?
I will say,
No, let me please answer it. Please don't interrupt me. If you don't mind.
no, I want you to listen.
She did not quote Al-Suyuti actually. I'm the one who quote Al-Suyuti. And I answered what Al-Suyuti
No,
said.
what I'm
She
saying
didn't quote Al-Suyuti. Let me answer her, please. Let me answer her, please. Let me answer her. No, it's my time to speak. You did not
No.
interrupt her. I did not speak to her. Let me answer her, please. Let me answer her, please. Don't back. Relax,
No,
please.
I want you to listen to what I'm saying. What I'm saying,
Don't say anything. It's my turn. You did not speak over her. Don't. When I finish, you speak. She addressed me. Give me the chance to answer
okay,
her.
here's what. Make
Please.
your point. Make your point.
Don't tell me make your point. I want to answer her, please.
Aladdin, can you hear
I will
me?
forget. I'm an old man.
I'm not trying to cut you off.
I write notes, so I
I
cannot.
know. I'm not trying to. What I'm saying is, make your point.
You see what you are trying to do here? You are trying to save her because you know that she was cornered, so you're trying to save her. If it's the issue, tell me. So
Okay.
be quiet. I will save her.
Aladdin, first of all,
Okay,
it's a word-
sorry.
Can I answer her, please? He's jumping to save you.
Gentlemen.
Let me speak.
Gentlemen, can you please put my screen, my
No, it's my turn to speak. No, not your screen.
No,
It's
I'm going to let you speak.
It's my turn. No. It's my turn. I did not speak. Don't speak over me, please. Don't panic. It's my turn. Please. No. If she will speak, I'll say, it's my turn. No. It is my turn to speak. That's unfair.
Okay.
It is my turn to speak. Please, it is unfair.
195.
Mr. Moderator, it's my turn to speak. I'm happy.
Everyone, can we one
My
second?
picture. It is my turn.
One
to
second, everyone.
Let me speak,
This is-
please. It's my turn, please. Let me respond to her.
What I'm
Can I
saying,
It's
What
my turn, please. Don't say anything. Why you speak over me?
yeah,
If you want her
because
to speak,
thank you so much. So what I'm saying,
you muted me. If you mute me one more time, I'm out. She said,
well,
if you mute me,
Okay, 1 second, everyone. 1 second.
no. It's my turn. Why did you mute me? That was so rude of the moderator to mute me. He knows that she was cornered, so he muted me for no reason.
The moderator's job. 1 second, guys.
Now another person jump into the conversation. Why is that? Now three are jumping to save you. Can I?
No.
I'm here for her. All of you know that I am here for Hatun.
Aladdin,
I've been waiting for this. For
Aladdin, you will get to make your point. Please,
No,
1 second.
will you please be quiet? It's my turn. Nobody interrupt her. Let me make my point. Please. Please, everybody be quiet. Why you are panicking? I don't know why all of you are panicking all of a sudden.
okay, we're gonna say this.
Against me alone. I'm only one old man. You're all young.
Aldin, here's what I'm saying. Make your point. Make your point, and then Aladdin.
Make my point. Let me speak, please.
No. Hold on. Make your point. What you said, and then Hatun Tash will respond to you because it's over 2 hours, and then we'll make a
She will
closing.
not respond to me. I will respond to her. She made the point, and I'm trying to respond. It's not she will
Okay,
respond.
respond. What I'm telling you is, I'm warning you that.
Relax.
I'm telling you that we're over 2
We need
hours
some
now.
water. I have some cold
You
ice
know that
water.
already.
It's very
Aldin,
hungry now.
I'm telling you that we're over 2 hours, and you know that already. So make your statement, and then Hatun will respond, and then we'll close it off. That's what I'm saying. Go ahead, Aldin.
I love cold water actually. Wow. It's very hot here. It's 33 degrees and it's 1:30 a.m. Much humid, but I
Make your
enjoy.
point, Aldin. Make your point.
Miss Hatun, I am sorry to say that you are lying again. You did not bring Al-Suyuti. It is me who brought Al-Suyuti, not you. I asked you who's As-Suyuti. You don't know anything about As-Suyuti. When you brought Mus'haf Ubay ibn Ka'b and you said it's 116 surah, actually Al-Suyuti is the one who answered you. And I quote you his answer. And it's written in Al-Itqan fi ilm al-Quran. He brought the claim and he gave the answer. So what you are doing here, you quote the claim and you forget about the answer. The claim is in his volume 2, page 66. And the answer is in the same page. But unfortunately, they lied to you when they told you. And you did not do your homework by yourself. Usama Dakduk lied to you. So please go next time. Now, after we finish, you go for yourself. It's available online. Search for Al-Suyuti, volume 2, page 66, in his book, Itqan fi Ulum al-Quran. And I answered you. He refuted your claim. He brought the claim and he gave the answer. That's what you give. What else did you speak about? You see, I forgot because they were talking too much. And they, I'm an old man, I forget. I explained to you what is the difference between transcription and transmission. But you totally ignore that because you know you were mistaken. I asked you what is at the beginning, if you know anything about the science of verse counting and that type, you failed. I asked you also at the beginning, when you spoke about variants, what are the type of variants and how many are they? I even told you there are 3. What are the types? You failed. You never mentioned. I gave you an answer for your question and all you say, I don't care. Throw it under the bus. So saying I don't care doesn't prove nothing. You asked me to show you where does it say 114 and I did. I asked you and I'm still asking you again. I'll give you the last chance where you will not be able to because you know that you lie and it's not there about the hadith. You said Zayd bin Thabit wasn't able to find men who memorized the Holy Quran. They are not available during his time. So therefore, he did not find them. Hatun, you don't know who are the writer of the Wahy. Those who wrote the names of the companions who used to write the relation to the message of Allah, Prophet Muhammad. And they were all alive during his time when he was looking. Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, Ali bin Abi Talib, Zubair bin al-Awwam, Amir bin Fahira, Amr bin al-As, أبي بن كعب، عبد الله بن الأرقم، ثابت بن قيس بن شماس، حنظلة بن الربيع الأسدي، والمغيرة بن شعبة، وعبد الله بن رواحة، وخالد بن الوليد، وخالد بن سعيد بن العاص, and many others, and others say معاوية بن سفيان, including Zayd of the Thabit. All of them memorized the Holy Quran during his time. After what you call the apostasy war, we call it معركة اليمامة. So you lie when you say they were not available. Show me any Islamic source says they were not available. You created that. You added this to the hadith to suit your needs. I know the hadith. It's with me. You want me to read it to you in Arabic and English? I will read it to you. You said that chapter 9, verse 128, 29 is not added in the Quran of those Quranic. I told you they are not Muslim for us because they deny Sunnah. They are like Jehovah's Witness to you. So whatever they say is the rubbish for us. You said, I don't care if you take them or not. So if a Muslim will discuss with you in the future about any topic and bring you Jehovah's Witness or Mormons who follow Joseph Smith or as they following Ellen G. White, don't deny it. Accept it as well. Okay? You will never accept it. When I will tell you, Miss Hatun, oneness said, when Jesus says, me and my Father are one, it's not oneness of deity, it's oneness of purpose. Tell me, no, they are idiot, they are ignorant, they are not Christian. You see, I will not tell you this. That's what you do. Now, I will ask you one last time about the hadith that you said Zayd bin Thabit was not able, they were not available. The hadith is with me, it's in front of me. And the answer for your lie is in the hadith itself. Show me any Islamic sources, 2 things. Said the Quran was 116, not 114. And they agreed on that. What you brought from Al-Suyuti, you lie because you read the claim, but you didn't read the answer in the same page. Show me Islamic source, none. Show me any Islamic source says that Zayd bin Thabit said they were not available who memorized the Quran. And show me the most important where Muslims were calling each other kafir. You failed to do that. That's my last statement. Thank you very much, because if you will address me, I have to answer her back. Now, Miss Hatun, with all due respect to you, I'm sorry if I offended you. That was not my intention. My intention is to have a real academic discussion with you with respect. I did not insult you. If I said ignorance, I don't mean to insult you. If that offend you, I am sorry. It doesn't an offense. Now, my last request with you, please, you remember me. You have me in your email and I have you in my email, and I will email you right now. I'm still waiting for Osama Dakduk. Please bring him to me in your channel. Tell him I'm willing to debate with him. He said Islamic topic. Okay, I will debate with him or have an open discussion with you and him in your channel. Does the Quran affirm the Bible, or what they call the Islamic dilemma? We can have 3 minutes back and forth each, as long as you want. You moderate, but I hope there will be no insult. Thank you very much for having me. God bless you all. I have nothing else to do at the end here. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be with everyone. Good night, everybody. It's almost 2 a.m.
Bless you,
here.
Nadine.
Thank you. I have to go to bed. 2 a.m. Good night.
Thank you, bro.